Hello, my lovely twin flames. Thank you for joining me on this very gloomy day in the UK. But yeah, thank you for joining me. It makes it all feel better, you know. Those of you that are still with me, that have been waiting for me to come back, thank you so much for your never-ending patience. I have periods of time where I simply need to withdraw for various reasons. But yeah, consistency is the key here. So let's go with it and see where we go. Let's be consistent. I'm talking about myself, not you really. In fact, definitely not you. Anyway, let's get started. We're going to concentrate today again on, because we haven't done it for a while, because I've been missing in action. I'm going to just key in to do the twin flame reading, see where the divine masculine's at, see what issues are affecting him. And I call him just for the purpose of the reading, but your divine masculine could also be female. So, and do bear in mind that this is a general reading. So please just take what resonates for you in your situation. So Spirit, we're with the divine masculine, please. Oop, wow, that's flown straight across the floor. So let's see. Okay, we have observer. They've just said to me, keep an eye out, which is interesting because I wouldn't normally say that with that card. So let's see what else comes. We have Trevor Island. Trevor? Does anybody know Trevor? Seriously, the name Trevor has just come up for some reason. I meant to say Treasure Island, but it came out as Trevor. So if you have a Trevor that you're connected with, this may well be a reading that has something in it for you. So we have yin energy. Cards are jumping. We have blessed, and this one really wants to come out, and we have a change in the wind. Let's move these over slightly. Okay, so as I said, when I pulled these cards, Spirit said keep a lookout, or keep an eye out. I think it was keep an eye out, wasn't it? And here we have this fox. You know, foxes are quite wily. They're quite sort of, I want to say the word devious, but I don't know if that's true. Maybe. Well, they're known for being sly, aren't they? So I guess it fits. But I do get the feeling there's something about nighttime here as well. Obviously, we have the moon here. We have this fox who is quite sort of, yeah, keeping an eye on things. And it feels to me like I feel like the divine masculine is actually keeping an eye on you. And I get the feeling that he may well be checking your social media at night time. Something to do with night times. It kind of feels like at night time, the divine masculine is feeling more sort of vulnerable, maybe more alone, maybe more sort of just reflective about life. And it feels like they're choosing that time to sort of connect with you, but almost without your knowledge. And I do get the feeling that the divine masculine is sort of just wondering where you're at, especially if you're not in contact at the moment. It's almost like he's sort of checking up, I don't mean in a stalkery type of way, but just kind of checking out to see what you're up to, who you're seeing, you know, whether you're seeing anybody, whether there's anything he can glean about you, any new photographs about you. And I do get a sort of middle of the night energy with that. I've never had that with the card before. Maybe something new that he started doing. Because, you know, we have this fox sitting on an egg. In this particular deck, there are a lot of eggs featured, and it's very much about sort of new beginnings, rebirth, you know, a fresh start. And it kind of feels like this is a new behaviour. I'm not saying he never checked you out before, but it kind of feels like it's happening more often, you know. It's bringing out good feelings for him, though. See all the love hearts that are around here. it's kind of making him feel very calm, you know. We have the ocean here, but the ocean's very, very still. And the tortoise, or turtle I guess it is very slow moving. So it kind of feels that by, you know, spending some time at night time, just checking in with your energy, and it does feel social media-y. I know that's not a word, but you know, but it does feel like it's through social media that he's kind of just quite slyly checking you out, you know, just looking at your profile and just seeing what you're up to. But he does it partly, not as I say, because it's any type of stalker energy, but because it brings a calmness to him. It makes him feel good inside, you know, it brings up that just peaceful heart that he yearns for, because, you know, as we know, in the last few months, the divine masculines we've been reading about hasn't been feeling very very peaceful, really. And again, you know, there may well be a romantic soft energy that comes up with that, because, you know, here we have the yin energy. So he's very much about connecting with you. When he connects with you, divine femme, he's feeling good, you know, and it's bringing him peace, which is lovely. You know, it's all very much on that theme, because, you know, he's feeling very blessed to have you in his life and to have that connection. But what's interesting is that, you know, it's very, you know, it's lovely. I always want to just stick with these cards at the moment, because I'm feeling relaxed inside while I'm reading it. And that is so nice. We all need that, don't we? But he's feeling like this, but it's making him feel that some changes are necessary. Because I kind of get the feeling that the divine masculine is enjoying this peacefulness, this calmness that he feels in the nighttime. And he's feeling that he'd like more of that, frankly, you know. So again, he's in this frame of mind about making changes in his life. Now, you know, okay, I haven't read for a little while in terms of the divine masculine, but when we did read before, it was very much about him wanting to be with you, divine femme, wanting to make those changes, but being sort of held back by wanting to do the right thing and having physical constraints, really, and some emotional constraints for some of them in terms of children maybe, and accommodation, etc. Anyway, we're seeing it again, but here we're seeing it amongst very calm energy. So let's see if there's what it is that is sort of, not what it is that's bringing this calm energy, but see if there's anything that's standing in his way at the moment. I'm going to use these little cards. No, I'm not going to use those ones. I picked up the wrong ones. I meant to pick up these ones. Yeah. I'm just going to have a look at these. I haven't used these before, but let's see how they correlate with the cards we've got out already. So, Spirit, with the divine masculine in mind still, please can you give us more clarity on maybe some of the changes that are coming around, or maybe some of the feelings that are around here. I'm going to do a second row, so let's see. What can you tell us, please? What's happening for the divine masculine? Is there anything in his way? Anything he's concerned about? Oops, thank you. Yes, we've got morning. Oh, how interesting is that? That is so interesting, and I'm going to go through this now rather than wait for the other cards, because immediately we have a card of morning. It said the world awaits you. And it kind of feels again with this lovely positive energy that the divine masculine has been spending some time, as we've already talked about, in the nighttime, checking in, feeling calm, feeling peaceful. And look at this person smiling as they wake up. And it's almost like it puts them in a good mood in the morning. It sort of allows them to wake up with that calm energy, feeling like they've had that connection with you, through practical ways, you know, not just emotional ways, which they, you know, is the connection they've always got with you, obviously. But yeah, they're waking up in a good mood. And I love the fact that this is quite an unusual card, because I love the fact if you look out of the window, there are fish swimming about. There's a fish here, you know, and here we have this good feeling energy that's ocean based with the turtle swimming. So yeah, right, just checking in with you is helping them to feel really good about their mornings and their daytimes and setting them off on a really good footing. What else, Spirit, please? Yeah, they hold you in very high esteem. You know, the Lioness card talks about, it says you've earned all your stripes. There's no one that can match you. So regardless of the fact that, you know, some of the divine masculines obviously are in third-party situations, and sometimes that happens in a twin flame relationship because they choose an easier option because the emotions aren't so powerful. But it doesn't mean that they don't know the truth about the connection they have with you, because, you know, you are their lioness, basically. Again, there's this lovely feminine energy. I love the fact that, you know, this lady is sitting there in her peacefulness, you know, just being who she is with this lovely feminine yin energy. What else, Spirit, please? What else, please? We have the card of confidence, and it says it comes with time and practice. You know, the divine masculine has gone through lots of times over the last, well, even the last few years, where they've not been confident to step forward. They've been a bit shy. They've worried about what's going to happen, you know, how they're going to be received. But, you know, they are feeling blessed at the moment. If you look out of this window, wouldn't help if I didn't tip it. If you look out of this window, there's this sunshine shining, and it's shining on this person who's sitting there feeling stronger about things, feeling more certain about things, more confident about things, and looks very much to me like they're on a train moving forward, which sort of brings us to these changes. We are going to pull some tarot in a minute to see what action they're going to be taking. But yeah, you know, like I said, there's no one that can match you, Divine Femme. You know, we have the card of thorns. It says, weave together the crown you deserve. They have got you on some sort of pedestal at the moment because you're bringing them this peace without even realising it, you know. So I'm going to pull some tarot. Let me just have some water, and then I'm going to pull some tarot to see what the Divine Masculine's action plan is, should he have one. Right, I think I'm going to stick to my favourite little tarot here. So, Spirit, what is in the Divine Masculine's mind? He has all these lovely feelings. He has the Divine Masculine in high esteem, but what is in his mind in terms of moving forward? How funny. We have the Seven of Swords, which fits beautifully with this fox energy because it's a similar card. It's a similar feeling to it. It's about, he's having to be very careful. He's having to be very measured. He's having to, again, sometimes I use the word devious with this card. Sometimes it can be an underhand energy, but it doesn't feel like that today. It feels like he's doing this all in private. So, you know, that would make sense if he's living with a karmic, for example. But it could be a number of other things as well. You know, it could just be that he's handling this situation very carefully. He's being very cautious about what he does and how he moves forward. Because as we've seen before, it could be that he has other responsibilities or other choices in terms of employment and family and stuff like that that he needs to make. So yeah, he doesn't want to cause a lot of upset. And we've seen this time and time again. This is a divine masculine. The one that comes through strongest in these readings is a divine masculine who has a really good heart, but doesn't want to upset anybody. But because of that, it means that he gets held back by things because he's influenced by those emotions. But, you know, it shows that this divine masculine is a good person. He doesn't want to cause any upset while he chases his sunshine, you know. So we're still in a bit of that energy. He's trying, this is maybe why he's being a bit sort of, I want to say furtive. Is that even a word? But, you know, he's being very careful, very cautious so as not to cause a lot of upset, you know. And we've seen this before, so let's see what's different about this time. What's happening, Spirit? What's happening with him? What are his intentions? Yeah, again, we've got this card of patience. There's also, they've just said to me being tied, which again doesn't normally come up with this card, but this person is bound by their ankles. So, you know, again, he's feeling, I don't want to say very torn, because I don't think that's totally right. I think it's almost like he's leading a parallel existence where his emotions are, some of his emotions are very much with you, but he's torn between emotions that are with other people, other places. It may be your divine masculine's living somewhere that he totally adores and feels that if he steps forward, he'd have to leave that place, you know? It would help if he talked to you about it, of course, but, you know, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, so let's continue. Yeah, justice will be served here, though. You know, and I do feel that the divine masculine, as I said, is trying to keep everything balanced. He's trying to please everybody. He's trying to make sure that he makes the right decision that will be in the best interest for everybody concerned, or at least cause the least damage to everyone concerned. He may have very dependent parents who, you know, moving away from would be difficult because they need him. But, you know, the overarching energy here is, you know, you are his person and he very much wants to, we talked about putting you on a pedestal before. This is the Six of Wands. This is about you getting recognition for what you deserve. And actually, there is a sort of feeling of you being put on a pedestal. He wants to do the right thing. But equally, there's a part of him that's in Six of Wands energy himself here, because he doesn't want to come out as the bad guy. He wants to come out as the good guy. So, you know, look at all these people applauding in the background. He wants very much, and this is the energy that's holding him back at the moment, his desperate need, and these tarot cards are very clear here, his desperate need to actually keep everything balanced, as calm as possible, because at the end of the day, he wants to come out as the good guy. So you will know in your particular set of circumstances what it is that is the anchor for the divine masculine staying away. He is very much focused on what he wants though. But I think, again, at the moment, it's very much in his head still. We don't have, do we have any Wands cards in that set? Only the Six of Wands, which really, you know, as I say, he doesn't want to be seen as a bad person causing upset. Let's see what's going to happen moving forward still. Will he ever? In fact, I'm going to do some angel cards. We've not done these for a while. So Spirit, if this is the energy of the divine masculine at the moment, You know, is this liable to change? I know we're reading for a lot of people here, but is this liable to change, this energy? We have communicate clearly. Now, that is one of the most positive cards we could have had. Particularly because we have two dolphins here, you know. Twos are very powerful, and I think it's very much about bringing together, about things in unison, you know. And I do feel that you will have the opportunity to have discussions with the Divine Masculine. We've seen it in lots of previous readings where messages are very much on his mind, especially if he's checking up on you on social media, or maybe for those of you who aren't on social media, he could be reading perhaps old texts or old letters between you that's just bringing him this calmness. So I do feel this is important that this has come up, because the tarot seemed to suggest that, you know, he was buying time because he wasn't quite sure how to handle things, and this has been ongoing for a while. But this does show clear communication. Oh, and look. Oh, and look. This is my favourite card of this deck. So we have big happy changes ahead. So, you know, again, we're having to be eternally patient with this Divine Masculine, but there are changes ahead. We have a change in the wind over here. We have big happy changes here. And we have clear communication. I think one day, after a lot of living in his head, one day it's going to suddenly switch around. And I don't think we'll see it coming, frankly. I think it's going to be very, very sudden. So, let me just put those away if I can. I've not got much room on this table, so yeah, so big happy changes are on their way. We're having to be, as I said, eternally patient, because we're pretty, well, masters of patience being in twin flame situations. But, you know, we're getting there. We're getting there. And this communication shows that it's coming in. And this is angel energy, remember, which is very powerful. So I'm going to leave it there for now. I don't want to sort of go over and over and dwell on everything. So I'm going to stay with those positive cards. We've got communication, we've got big happy changes. And with that, I'm going to give you all a big hug and say, stay with it. It's your choice, of course. You can choose to walk away. But yeah, I hope this brings you some hope. Okay, take care, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.